Welcome to the Zombie Nation Hub. The sun blazed down like a burning torch over the endless expanse of sand. Heat waves shimmered in the distance, and the air was dry enough to crack skin. In the middle of this cruel desert wandered a lone figure, his clothes torn, skin burnt and pale, eyes glowing faint red. He was no ordinary man. He was a zombie. He staggered forward, each step a struggle. But this wasn't the slow, brainless shuffle of the undead. No, this creature was driven, restless, and above all, thirsty. Not just for water, but for blood, for flesh, for the life force of anything that moved. A sudden hiss broke the silence. A desert snake slithered across the hot sand. The zombie's head jerked sharply, eyes locking on the prey. In less than a heartbeat, he lunged, hands grabbing the reptile mid-motion. He bit into it, ignoring the venom, letting warm blood drip down his chin. The desert had stripped him of whatever humanity remained. He was a predator now, and everything else was prey. High above, the sound of rotating blades grew louder. Whop, whop, whop. A helicopter, bearing the blue and white insignia of the United Nations, hovered in the shimmering sky. It was a patrol, a humanitarian team scanning the desert for stranded travelers or refugees. Inside, Captain Harris peered through binoculars. Got movement at 3 o'clock. Looks like a survivor. Oh, God, I don't know what that is. The pilot lowered the craft, dust spraying in a golden halo. The zombie shielded his face from the sandstorm, snarling. From the chopper, soldiers jumped down with cautious steps, rifles trained but fingers off the trigger. "Sir, we're here to help," one called. But the zombie's response was a guttural growl, his body twitching with tension. Among the crew was Dr. Laura Mitchell, the team's lead medic. Her brown hair was tied back, her eyes sharp, but when she saw the zombie's face, something inside her froze. Her breath caught. It couldn't be. "Jason," she whispered, her voice trembling. The others looked at her in confusion. But Laura knew. She knew that jawline, those hands, the scar over the left eyebrow. Jason Mitchell, her husband, had vanished 4 years ago during a viral outbreak in South Africa. Everyone believed he was dead. But here he was, transformed, monstrous, yet still him. She didn't know whether to run to him or run away. The soldiers formed a semicircle, their boots sinking into the hot sand. "Careful," Captain Harris ordered. "It's not stable." Jason's head tilted in quick, animal-like jerks. His breathing was ragged, mouth opening and closing as if tasting the air, his gaze fixed on a soldier's canteen. Before anyone could react, he lunged forward, knocking the soldier to the ground. The man's scream split the air as Jason tried to sink his teeth in. 3 soldiers tackled him from behind, wrestling him down. His raw strength shocked them. It took all their weight to keep him pinned. "Stop! Don't hurt him!" Lara cried, rushing forward. "He's dangerous." Harris barked. "I know him. He's my husband." The soldiers hesitated, but the struggle didn't stop. Jason's snarls echoed through the desert, his hands clawing at the sand. Lara knelt beside him, her voice breaking. "Jason, it's me, it's Lara." For a moment, something flickered in his eyes. Recognition, pain, but then it vanished, replaced by that cold hunger. Lara knew she couldn't just talk him down. His mind was trapped under the virus's control. But in her medkit, she carried something, a prototype serum, developed in a secret WHO lab. It was experimental, dangerous, and possibly fatal. She pulled the injector from her bag. Harris stepped closer. "You sure about this?" "No," she admitted, "but I'm not losing him again." She pressed the needle to Jason's neck. The plunger hissed, the fluid disappearing into his veins. Jason jerked violently, his body arching, a guttural scream tearing from his throat. The soldiers released him, stepping back in caution. The desert fell silent except for his labored breathing. His eyes darted wildly, his skin flushing from deathly pale to a sickly, uneven pink. Then, he collapsed. Lara cradled him, her hands trembling. "Come back to me, Jason, please." For a long, unbearable moment, Jason lay still in the scorching sand. Lara's shadow fell across him as she leaned over, listening for any sign of breath. Then, a cough. Weak, raspy, but human. His eyes opened, no longer glowing red, but the warm hazel she remembered. "Lara." His voice cracked. She bit her lip, tears blurring her vision. "It's me. You're safe now." Jason's gaze darted around, confusion settling in. Where am I?" "Last thing I remember, we were at the compound, the sirens." "You were infected," Lara said softly. "But you're back now. It's over." The soldiers relaxed, lowering their weapons. Harris approached, studying Jason cautiously. "If this works, if he's really cured, this could change everything." Lara helped Jason to his feet, wrapping his arm over her shoulders. He was weak, trembling, but alive. The helicopter's rotors started again, preparing for departure. As they boarded, Jason looked out at the endless desert, the place where his humanity had nearly been buried forever. Lara's hand slipped into his, squeezing tightly. For the first time in years, he squeezed back. But deep inside, Lara knew this wasn't the end. The virus still existed out there, somewhere. Jason was proof that the nightmare could be undone, but also a reminder of how close it had come to consuming him entirely. As the helicopter lifted into the sky, leaving the desert behind, Lara made herself a silent promise. She would find the cure for everyone. And this time, she wouldn't lose. If you enjoyed this zombie story, make sure to like, subscribe, and share Zombie Nation. And if a story won your heart, or maybe a little of your blood-smirking face, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.